Check 1, 2. Testing.
Welcome to another episode of the Ladies Pitch Podcast. A controversial podcast where choosing violence is always the answer.
Please welcome.
Here are your hosts, Haydee Baby, Lexi the Savage, and Durag Daddy.
What happened to the air horns and the you said?
Yo, I'm here waiting.
Yo, you gave a whole
speech.
Don't speak. Let me do the air horns, and the engineer is not engineering.
Wow.
It was a lot of buttons to press. You heard?
I thought pressing buttons was your favorite thing to do.
Welcome back to your favorite controversial podcast, Ladies Pitch Podcast.
What's going on, guys? This is your favorite mommy, Haydee Baby.
Word. I guess I'm going to go now. And I mean, this is...
Lord help me. Take the wheel.
All right. And if you ain't listening, if you ain't hear me by now, you ain't listening. This is the BBW ambassador, emphasis on the ass. I'm not going to wait for Haydee. Also known as the Durag Daddy, emphasis on the D's. You dig? And we're here with our guest.
What's going on? We got the City Girl correspondent.
You know what I'm saying?
It's Fister, y'all.
Word.
And back on the pod, we got our boy, Ely.
Word.
What's good, Eli?
What's up, y'all? Thank you for having me.
This nigga always been like, we
Smack.
gotta get some swaggy shit out. You be like, what's good, it's Eli? All the time.
That's his persona, though. That's how
because
he
he's
is.
already done off.
We always get Eli, always get smacked when he comes on here.
No, that's a fact.
It's like every guest that we have is like, we got somebody that wants to be in the pod, and he's like, yo, I gotta prepare myself because I know y'all gonna fuck me up. I'm like, yo, we don't force anyone to do anything they don't want to do, but
They end up doing
you
it.
have to consume one of the following when you come on.
one of the following. That's funny.
One of the
I
following.
ain't forcing you, but you have to.
Pick one.
Word.
So what's going on? How's everyone doing? What's going on this week on this rainy Friday evening in the Bronx?
Word.
Live from the Gotham City.
Whew, the rotten apple. My week has been pretty good. It ended kind of crazy. I'll get into that in a little bit, but it ended. My week been pretty good. Pretty good. Can't complain. I mean,
What about that fucking Uber pricing on our way over here? Like,
Yo, the
that
surge.
shit, sorry, that shit was crazy.
Okay.
oh shit. How was your week?
The estimate, we gonna get into that, but it's true what he's saying. The estimate price is inflation, yo. It's inflation.
Facts.
It's
Uber
typically
raping.
between $17, $20 to get over here from work, right? Because me and Eli were together. We left from work.
And that took a little minute.
Yeah. Friday traffic is crazy.
That took a little minute.
If you
I
guys
was
don't
like,
live in New York
damn.
City, New York City traffic on a Friday is insane. All right.
Facts.
Anywhere from $17 to $20, the Uber typically charges any cab to get here. This shit was how much?
That shit
40.
was like $44.
God
$40
damn.
to
Uber,
get
what the
here.
Wait, but
hell?
how you gonna ask her a question and answer? She said, how much was it? 40.
You know what bitches do with $40 in New York City?
I was just about to get, damn, you good. You
$40.
good, girl. Damn, you read my mind.
Yo, our City Girl correspondent said $40.
Yo, $40.
How much you typically ask for? You would ask. We're not saying that you saw anything on here. Don't get me wrong. What would you ask for if need be?
It depends who it is, honestly. Like, if I've known you for a little bit, I'll ask you for a little bit more. Like, oh, hey, can you give me, like, $500? If I know you. If I don't know you, I'll be like 100.
If you like
If I don't
the
know you like that.
if you like the sound of Fisher's voice, cash have her $500 tonight.
Please and thank you.
But my week was good. Nothing new going on. Same shit. I'm stealing your line. Same shit, different toilet.
Your journey going good?
Yeah, man.
Good? Since you already spoke about it on the
Amazing.
pod, you might want to
Today
update
is my cheat day,
everybody.
so I'm having a drink.
All right.
I was, we was at a baby shower at work, so I cheated. I ate some
How was making you
foods
feel?
that great. I was actually speaking to Eli about it yesterday, day before, and I was telling him that aside from it physically making me feel a lot better, for me is the mental space that it put me in and that I'm currently in. So
that's what I want to know. How
that's the best feeling.
That's good.
Mentally.
Nice. Nice.
I don't want to be one of those like annoying ass people that start working out and they start losing weight and they're like, oh yeah, you should do. It's kind of like when you first join church, all of a sudden you want everybody else to be a Christian too, and you become annoying. I don't want to be that annoying person. Say that. I would say that it's really, I would hear a lot of people saying, and he was actually guilty of this too, telling me, because he used to tell me, like, I would tell him, like, mentally the type of space I would be in and just, anxiety and all this other shit. And he would be like, yo, when you start working out, all that shit kind of like, it makes you feel so much better. Like, you start feeling better physically, mentally. And I used to be like, yeah. Word. But it's really the truth. You really feel like so much better.
And you look good.
I was about to say, word. Stop playing with me.
See, mine look good and his look good are two different things.
Nah, you always look good, but...
I was going to say, what you mean?
Yeah, she trying to dig me a little hole. Now, hold on. Let me put that dirt right back. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what I'm saying, but you look good. You look good. You could tell that you're putting in the work and... It's looking good on you.
Thank you, guys. Just aside from wanting to look good, I want to feel amazing.
That's why I asked you, how do you feel? Not amazing. How do you look?
Amazing.
That's what I like to hear.
Thank you, guys.
Krista, how was your week? You got any new Cash Apps this week?
I don't know. Maybe. I think I did.
Maybe.
Summer's coming, baby.
Exactly.
Start asking for that shit.
Run it up.
I always do. I'll be like,
cha-ching. I'm gonna put a cha-ching.
Now you need to have your pedicures on a regular. You know what I'm saying? Summer.
Cash at me right now because I need that.
Oh, shiny. Heard you. I heard you. Send that through. Send that through. Now, you want to drop your Cash App? I don't know. You want to drop it right there?
No, it's my real name.
All right. Slow up.
Gina. Wink, wink.
I got slow up.
Yo, B, so I really want you to tell this story because it's really bugged out because we were having this conversation last weekend. And, all right, so I'm going to just start it off by saying, right, yesterday I'm on my way. I'm on my way home, right? I'm on the Jersey bus. And I get a call from Durag. It's like 5:30.
Which is rare.
Which is rare. I mean, we talk on the phone.
Yeah, these days.
Yeah, we talk on the phone, but
barely.
Ever since she got in the gym, she don't talk to me like that. Nah, I'm saying. My good morning bays like started dissipating. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like that shit. I'm just letting y'all know. I don't like that shit.
Anyway. So I'm on the bus and I see that he's calling me and I'm like, Durag, what the fuck? Like, he never fucking calls me, especially not at this time.
Not out the blue.
So he calls me and he sounds like scared shitless. Like, yo, you're not gonna believe it. I'm gonna let him tell the story, but I'm gonna just start it off like that. Like, he called me and he sounded scared.
You gotta give the details though, because he was already outside.
Yo, he was outside of his house. Go ahead, Durag. You gonna...
Wait, what time was it?
Yesterday, he called me. It was like 6 o'clock in the evening.
It was about 5:30, 6 o'clock, around there. Right. So, boom, right? Hold on. Let me give a little backstory and a little context to why, the story is coming out now. All right, cool. Like, lately in my crib, I've been feeling like, I would say, I don't know what to call them, so I don't want to, like, call it like, entities, I guess you could say, like, spiritual somethings, like, and I'm going to give you an example. There was twice that I was sleeping and my chains, I have 2 chains, 2 chains! I have 2 chains, little baby chains and shit or whatever, but on 2 separate occasions, I was sleeping and I woke up and something just told me, like, the first instinct was to pat your chest or whatever. I pat my chest and my chain, one or the other, was unlocked while I was sleeping, and then the first thing was to pat my chest. Found it weird, but I'm not white, so I don't be like, let's go investigate. Let me go see why this is happening. Nah, all right, cool. Mom, grandpa, grandma, salute. I see y'all, I hear y'all. Leave me alone. I leave it alone. Maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. I would say like maybe a month ago. I fell asleep on the sofa watching one of the playoff games. And I felt a tug on a blanket or whatever. And I have a cat, Lady Spitch mascot, Rocky. I felt the tug on the blanket and I was like, yo, Rocky, stop. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Again, something told me to just turn around and find out if Rocky was, bedside, sofa side. Rocky, I got my ass up because Rocky wasn't there. I got my ass up. I went to the room, and Rocky was passed the fuck out. Looked like he was sleeping there for 4 hours, not moving, dead to the world. Rocky was in the bed. Found that shit super weird. Gave me a little goosebumps, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go cuddle with Rocky. Get up in the bed with Rocky. Feel safe over. Let me close the doors. I don't know if the cuckoos could get through the doors. I don't know. So yesterday, right? Wait, backtrack. Excuse me. 2-3 weeks ago, we was potting here. I had placed my ring down. I have a ring that my sister had gotten me. Shout out to my sister Shemaine. I love you, piece of shit. I got a ring from my sister or whatever, and I placed it down or whatever. I was cutting limes up to put in my drinky drink, and like the web of it, the web of my finger was feeling fucked up because of the ring or whatever. I took it off. I placed it on top of the coffee pot. I'm one of these meticulous dudes that, like, everything is in a certain place or whatever. If you move something, I know you moved it, or I know somebody moved it, but it's not where I left it. So, and if it's something of value, like, I will put it somewhere where I would remember exactly where it's at. So this particular time, I've done it plenty of times where I had my ring on and I had to wash dishes or something. I would take my ring off and I would place it on top of my coffee pot. I did exactly that. We came back to pod, and in the middle of pod, and I wanted to take a few flicks and shit or whatever, and I was, my narcissistic ass was like, let me take a few flicks of myself, and I noticed I ain't had my ring on, and I wanted to flex my ring, because it's a pretty ring, it's kind of blingy, and I noticed I ain't have it on, so I started looking for it and shit or whatever, because it's near and dear to my heart, the ring, because it came from somebody that's near and dear to me. So I started looking for it, boom, but I didn't want to make a big deal out of it right at that moment. Excuse me, the tequila's kicking in. Boom, I let it go, whatever. But the next day, I started looking for it. Long story less long. We looked for it.
And we were here last weekend, and he was still looking for the ring.
Still looking for the ring.
He was telling all of us, like, yo, I still can't find my ring. He already had told me previously, like, yo, I can't find my ring, and I know how dear that ring is to him. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, don't worry about it, but he's gonna pop up. Like, maybe you really misplaced it or whatever. He's like, nah, yo, like, I wouldn't. Yeah, he was like, yo, I wouldn't. And I'm like, yo, don't worry about it. Last weekend, we were all here potting, and he was like, yo, you believe I still haven't found my ring? And I'm like, damn, what the fuck? And I'm like, yo, it's gonna pop up. Don't worry about it. Whatever.
Pop up.
Yesterday.
This nigga said it's gonna pop up.
Those are my exact words.
Those were the exact words. It's gonna pop up. So yesterday, right? I was outside drinking and smoking, just enjoying the weather or whatever. I don't really get to enjoy So I was sitting on the porch in my little viejo chair and shit, and looking at girls pass by and observing the sceneries. So I came back in to piss or whatever. I was pissing. And my cat was making a little fuss in the kitchen or whatever. And then I heard something fall, like, ding, 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 ding. I yell at him while I'm pissing and shit. I'm like, yo, Rocky, you know what I mean? Like, because he's mischievous. So he's always trying to get into something he's not supposed to be getting into. So, boom, he came back to the door where I could see him. And I finished what I was doing. I went to the kitchen to find out, what happened or what is it that fell. Before I even got to the kitchen, like, my kitchen is pretty open. So when I got to the kitchen entrance or whatever, I could see my ring sitting in the middle of the fucking kitchen. Like you can't miss it. Like, you don't have to walk in the kitchen to see this. That's exactly what fell from, what did you say, it's gonna pop up? Out the thin blue sky. Like, it just dropped. I don't know from where, how. I'm telling you, I had people help me look for this ring in this house. Tore this shit apart, put it back together, not found the ring. That shit just bounced out of nowhere. Yo, the shit creeped me out so much, yo. Like, it automatically brought, like, tears to my eyes and shit. And, like, I just grabbed the ring, grabbed the beer, grabbed my blunt, and I went back outside. I didn't come back inside for, like, 2 hours. I was like,
he called me. He's like, yo. Spooked, bro. He sounded so spooked. He was like, yo, guess what I found? Whatever. He said me the story. I'm like, yo, that shit is mad crazy.
That
like,
shit was mad weird.
And that's like recent activity, or that shit happened before?
Yeah, nah, this
is everything from like
I gave the backstory. Nah, this is why I gave the backstory. The tugging on the blanket.
Yeah.
The my chains unlinking while I'm sleeping. Like, how my chains get unlocked?
And this, no, I'm saying like this is the first time it's been going on, or it's happened to me like before.
Nah,
like,
but I'll tell you, I'm not white. I don't go investigate.
It's regular shit.
No, but
at
okay,
first.
but I've spent the night here before in B's house, and I've told him before, like, yo, I've had like little funny shit. Like one time I was sleeping on here, or whatever, and I felt like somebody sat on the thing, and I thought it was him.
See?
So I'm like, what the fuck? And I got up and I glanced over here. That was back when he was here, and he was up, but he was sitting on the edge of the bed, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought like he came over here and sat down next to me, but he was clearly on his side, like, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't think nothing of it. I'm just like.
And Red had told me too a couple times or whatever. Shout out to Red. Shout out to Lexi the motherfucking Savage.
Hey, Thothy, man.
Oh shit! I took a sip from E's drink. My bad.
You feeling it, huh?
Don't worry, yeah, you good.
Oh my god.
No worries.
You good. Nah.
Shout out to both of them. But Red has told me too. She was like, yo, you got. I don't know what she called it. She was just like, you got people up in here. You know what I'm saying? You got things in here.
Didn't she say muertos?
Things and stuff and things.
But like in a good way, like not. And I told him, I'm like, yo, if it's something, I don't know if a lot of our listeners are into like the super paranormal shit. We clearly are, but if you're not, whatever, it's not for you. You're gonna say that, it's just we were fucked up, or it's a coincidence or whatever. But I do believe in things like that. But I told them like, yo, it's nothing to be afraid of. Like it's not anything like it's bad occurrences. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just. You got people that's watching over you. That's it. That's how you have to look at it. Like, don't fear it or be like, oh my God, be scared of it.
I just don't know how to receive it. That's
You're not supposed to. It is what it is, and
you have to. You have to. Like, you can't just be like the ring just popping up out the blue. You can't just be like, oh, I'm oblivious to it.
You're not, but I mean, what are you gonna do? What can you do about it?
But what's the reason?
There, you will never know a reason, bro. Those are things that
I got mad questions now. Like,
unfortunately,
what that mean?
You better go for a reading up the block.
There's just some things you will never know. There are a lot of things that happen in this world that we just never gonna know. It is what it is, and that's it.
I definitely get it. But I got questions, my nigga. Like,
yeah,
I really
you're
do
gonna
got
have
questions.
more questions than answers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I never really want to go down the Mayo Sapien route and.
If you want answers,
nah.
Get yourself a bitch like Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Whoopi.
To come up in here and find the answers for you.
Shout out to Whoopi Goldberg.
She may or may not have accurate answers for you. You know what I'm saying? And there we go. She could be a scam artist.
I don't actually want answers, but I just feel like I want to know what that means because I know there's a significance to
So
that.
speak to like a spiritual advisor or something if you really.
Then they can open all the cans that I don't want.
And that is absolutely true. You can open doors that you don't want to open.
That's what I don't want.
I feel like you could like sit in your room, bro, by yourself. Close your eyes and just really meditate because that might be a connection between you and certain somebody, and you know what I'm saying, and just focus on it, see what happens.
Meditation
is really good, especially if you're trying to connect with something that's not really like of this world or whatever.
I don't know if I want to connect with it though. That's the thing.
So, bro, how you want your answers?
It depends. Like I feel like it depends.
No.
Shout out to SDNY.
Word.
I feel like it depends what
save those.
like
go save those people.
New York shit. I feel like it depends what value the ring holds towards you. You know what I'm saying? Like how deep it goes. You know what I mean? If it connects you with a certain somebody or a certain history, then
I got the person on my arm, man.
There you go. So sit in your room. I'm not necessarily saying you're trying to communicate with a ghost or whatever, but it could be for within yourself type shit.
Yeah, I hear
you know what I'm saying? Maybe that person is telling something about you that you need to figure out. So just sit in your room by yourself and no noise and just relax yourself and see where it goes.
I'm gonna have to let somebody sleep on the sofa.
Dad.
Yeah, okay.
All right, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, review the podcast on all streaming platforms. You really gonna do that?
Yeah, that was my spooky music for the end of my story.
Like, share, review, subscribe to the podcast. Facts. We on Instagram, Ladies Pitch, and also on Twitter, Pitch718. So where you guys can find a podcast, you will find the Ladies Pitch podcast there. Apple Podcast was fucking up last week with our episode. No bueno. That shit took 24 hours to appear on Apple Podcast, but it's alright though. You know what I'm saying? It eventually fixed itself. I ain't have to do much, so. I just had to tag him a few times. Yo, this motherfucker took a sip from my drink because I took a sip accidentally from him.
Oh, wow.
That was payback.
Petty.
Jesus Christ. All right, so let me just start off first and foremost to say congratulations to the Pisces queen Rihanna on the birth. Hello, ASAP baby.
Congrats, I love you.
I'll give her more air horns.
Eli said, Rihanna, I love you.
We ain't never getting another album.
We getting a fancy baby now. She actually gave birth. It was actually confirmed yesterday that she gave birth, but she gave birth on the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she definitely did. And I like how they kept that on the wraps for a few days to make sure everything was good. Like, don't put nothing out at all until... our baby is good. They probably got a name, but they ain't even.
Oh no, I hope they have a name.
It's Harlem.
Oh, God.
So
but all right, so you two have kids. Do you have
so fire.
Do you have like a certain time period before you can name the child? Because I know that sometimes people go like a day or two without naming the baby.
You gotta have that. You had 10 months to figure that out.
9 months.
10.
No, it's like 10 months.
Nigga, while you fucking, you thinking of, I'm about to nut in her. Like, so, let me start thinking of baby names.
Yeah, that shoot doesn't always go in though. So, but do you have like a grace period to name the baby?
Yeah,
when you give birth,
they give you till the 3rd day
to name the baby,
to fill out all the paperwork.
Okay. And then what happens if
what do they name
the...
Well, what do they name the baby in the meantime?
Baby girl, your last
10.
name. Baby boy, your last name. It's
we
always
see that
the
in the
mother's
hospital.
last name.
Yeah, you're right.
Like unknown baby or
Not chill, not unknown baby.
no, I'm dead ass. Like,
Not baby John Doe.
That's what I thought they did. I thought they did Jane and Joe or some shit
Wow.
Not baby John
Yeah,
Doe.
sound like that dude, the niece and the nephew.
They do like
That's what I thought.
baby girl, and then they'll put like the mother's last name,
like
and then girl.
Baby girl Lopez or
Baby
something
girl
like that.
number 34.
Yo, my man said baby unknown.
I know.
That's dirty.
Yo,
I know
crazy.
number
I see
7.
that shit a lot of times.
Oh
Damn,
my
that's
goodness.
What do you
crazy.
think more? You said that she named the baby Harlem.
That'd be dope if they named the baby Harlem.
Why?
Well, she misled the
He
media.
from Harlem.
She misled the media for most of the pregnancy, because when they would
Shop for
follow
clothes.
her shopping, she would be picking out like girl clothes. So everyone thought she was having a girl. Like, oh, she's picking out something big, blah, blah. But indeed, she had a baby boy.
Yes, boys are mama's boys.
Shout out to them, man.
Shout out to them for real. Harlem niggas winning.
Yo, facts.
Harlem niggas winning.
ASAP Rocky is someone I really like.
We were talking about that in the Uber
Yeah,
too.
facts. I really respect him and hold him to a high standard as an artist, like a hip hop artist. So, and Rihanna is someone I've always loved. So it's like that couple shit is going on right now. I salute to them. Like,
Yeah, nah, that shit is fire.
I'm mad they were trying to destroy that shit while I say he cheated.
They had everybody in a frenzy.
That's why certain people are private, not sneaky.
The whole time they were in Barbados dipping their mango in the ocean water.
Jumping off yachts.
facts, having a good time.
Jumping off yachts that niggas can't even think of getting on.
Facts.
Meanwhile, you spreading rumors of, come on, man. Name that kid Harlem. What's the kid
Did you
name?
see the entire interview? You were telling me you saw him on Drink Champs. You saw the whole,
I saw
the whole
that
thing?
shit too.
Nah, it was a 2-hour long thing,
It was
but
very
I
long.
watched a
3.
good portion. I watched a good ass portion of it because it was good shit. It was good shit.
It was a fairly well conducted interview. I counted them twice that they brought up Riri, and that's good journalism.
That's very
Because
good
that's
journalism.
That's an easy target to want to talk about and get clickbait and get headlines and Nori straight away from that. So
You know why as well, in my opinion, is because you never want to make an artist feel like now they're getting all this recognition because of who they're with.
Else. Yep.
It's kind of a little bit like Travis Scott and Kylie. Unfortunately, even though Travis Scott was an artist before he got with Kylie, now he's known as like Kylie's man. Kylie's baby father.
Right.
Instead of just being his individual self, which is an artist, Travis Scott, now they'll tie him forever to the Kardashians and Jenner.
You did it.
You know? So I guess, you know, they don't want to make him feel like his identity revolves around his relationship with Rihanna. I did what? What were you going to say?
Mention the name.
What?
Kardashians.
Oh, so what?
Because, you mentioned his music and Travis Scott right? Travis Scott?
Yeah.
Like, his music, since getting with them, with that family, has went down a lot. Maybe still good music, but the output and the hunger is no longer there. And
he's with a billionaire.
That's the Kardashian curse.
He's with a billionaire.
Devin Booker, he's with the other sister, right?
Kendall.
Is he?
Yeah,
I don't
Kendall
know.
Jenner.
They got eliminated out the playoffs. Kardashian curse.
He played with that.
Kanye. Kardashian curse. Lamar Odom.
But where's the curse in that, though?
You get with a Kardashian, you don't reach your full potential.
I'm talking about with Kanye, though. Where's the curse?
Look at him now. He's the laughing stock of the internet.
He made himself that way.
Did he?
Nah, this
He has a
rain boots.
He has a
The
mental.
most influential family that he's now with, and he made himself that way.
He's still a musical genius, though. You talking about his personal life?
I'm talking about
He
all
said-
their personal lives, where their personal.
No, you started off
and
talking
their
about
business.
Travis' career.
and their careers. Their careers.
His career
translated
never,
into-
Kanye's career never went down since he was with Kim. If anything, that shit went
All right,
up.
but their career also translated into their personal lives. Is what you also have to. They intertwine. So like Chris Humphries, who that nigga? Where he at?
Oh, her ex. That was her.
Him? Yeah. Him? Curse.
Who was he? I never. I'm sorry. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I wasn't a
exactly.
sports person. I
That
never
was the
heard of him before he got
basketball
with her.
person, right?
I mean, I'm not saying Ray J doing bad, but curse.
He's not doing bad.
That's
Ray J is
the
not
hustle
doing
in
bad.
that family, though.
Yeah.
That's not curse. He was gagged for many years.
Hey,
Yes, he was gagged for many years. If not, that family probably doesn't prosper as much with the information and videos and whatever he had that he was about to put out a couple weeks ago. Anyways, get back to the curses. Who else? Who else?
I don't know.
I mean, French Montana was with Chloe.
I mean,
And he almost died too.
All right.
He had kidney failure.
Where his music at, though? Where his music at?
He ain't worried about nothing. That's what he's at.
All right, well, worry about that career, my nigga. But anyway, what I'm saying by that is, like, once you get with them or while you're with them, your career starts to deplete a little bit. And it's not, it may be comfort, it may be knowing that you in a family that has that thing. But your career does, and after you exit that, look at all the careers after exiting that family.
I don't pay that much attention to
You
that.
have to.
Why?
You have to, because then you hold those families at a high standard. The other day you were saying,
No, we said the mom.
All right.
All
right.
Hold on.
Kris
I
Jenner.
She's
said,
the one who's circumventing all of that.
but okay, we were praising her because of her hustle.
Mm-hmm.
That has nothing to do with like, the family. That got nothing to do with me. The
hold
curse.
on.
I'm saying I
You know part
respect
of
her
that
hustle.
All right, part of
That's
that
it.
hustle can stop somebody's career, right?
But whose career? Listen, I don't want to. You never
Or
want to talk about
hurt
Kardashians.
somebody's
I don't want to
career,
get in
right?
Kardashians.
That's why you said you
saying
said
it.
it, man. You put me down the
Let's get
rabbit
into the
hole.
meme segment, please.
Yes.
Dang, you ain't even...
Yo, Durag Daddy, I'm just calling because I saw your Instagram post. Yeah, and I read your little caption. It was funny as fuck, but is that towards me? Is that directed towards me? Like, I need to know. What do you mean by that, B?
All right. We're going to start it off with this one. This one was posted 8 hours ago, actually, by Durag Daddy, and it reads, gas $5? If I come over, I'm staying the weekend. And the caption reads, no the fuck you not. Gas gonna still be $5 on Monday, so pack your little spin in the night bag in your Mazda and zoom. Yo,
Not spending
it
the
was
night.
estimated that gas will be $5 a gallon by August.
I heard 6.
That's a
I
lot.
heard 6. That's a lot.
Yeah, I actually heard. I was watching the news at work today, and somewhere is going for almost $10 a gallon.
Damn.
Hey, everybody get these
Google
boots.
that
Down
shit. That shit is
drive.
crazy.
These boots were made for
And
walking.
these are all going by the gas
Bitch walks
stations.
all the time now.
You
So
heard? These are all going by the gas stations. They're the ones trying to go for shit like this.
Wilding on that.
Yo, but they're saying that you could report those gas stations that are actually like that they call it is it a gas surge or some shit like that? You can report those gas stations that you see that they have the gas for like
$10.
more than what's the average price right now. Yeah, urban gas station is not anticipating $10 a gallon regular gas.
Son.
I mean,
That's crazy.
What? Washington.
Son.
how bad you need that gas?
Cost of living over there must be crazy.
I mean, why
No,
you
but I
not-
think that's purposely done by the gas station itself.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Damn.
saying.
Like, yeah, that's not legal.
So does that mean that each gas station can have their own price?
No, but they're doing that because they know that people, I guess.
But there might be laws that say that you have to keep it within a certain
Exactly.
something.
It has to be a certain, like, I guess, range, price
I don't
range.
know too much about that, but
If it's currently in New York City, what's the price of gas?
like $5 a gallon.
It's close.
more or less, $4.90 something. I don't
Yeah,
drive.
it's an estimate of
I got
$5.
Timberlands. I walk.
But I'm saying, but you work driving around all day.
Yeah.
So it's an estimated $5 a gallon, let's just say, in New York City. In Washington, it's double that. That's not legal.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's not legal at all.
I mean, how bad you need the gas?
Yeah, Washington, that sound
Yo,
like
it's
a legal
over. Summer's
state.
starting. No, men ain't driving to me no more.
How bad you need the gas?
that's
But that's what I'm
crazy.
saying. Like we might be like a little naive to like not know the laws. Like there probably is something in order where you can't have certain amount of inflation like that.
No,
or
you
whatever,
can't.
but-
You remember a couple of years ago during Sandy Storm, where a lot of gas stations were doing that because there was a shortage of gas,
Yeah.
and a lot of gas stations were hiking up the price because they knew there were long ass lines. It's funny because I was with my ex at the time, and I found like a little connect that was selling gas. Because we couldn't find any in
Out
the
the
Bronx.
containers.
Yeah. No, Daddy, you know what he
Out
had
the
it on?
containers.
He had it on, one of them little water jugs.
Yeah,
Like Poland Spring water jugs. We
Oh,
bought 2.
Oh shit.
He bought 2. And he had like the rubber, the piece of rubber. And to fill his gas tank.
He was siphoning gas.
Yeah, that's dangerous. We do not condone that on the Ladies Pitch podcast. But
Desperate times.
My bad.
but
All
it was
for desperate
because
measures.
there was like a shortage, and
you're
the
right.
lines at the gas stations were ridiculous, and a lot of people, when finally they would reach the pump, there would be no gas, out of gas.
Damn.
Yeah, so.
I pray for you.
And also, there's like a baby formula shortage now, right? In the country, like what the fuck? It's not the time. Yo, right now is tough times to have a baby.
This is welcome to America.
Between
Welcome
them
to
trying
America.
to ban abortions
Yo,
and Plan
seriously,
B's
what is
and
going on?
baby formula shortage, like bro,
They trying to control life,
shit is-
control death,
Please.
control food.
You know what's crazy?
don't shoot up my club, please. Don't.
The craziest thing to me is how emotional shit became. Like, all this shit is based off somebody's feelings, bro. It's like niggas just heard about it.
Personal
and that's that.
feelings.
Yeah, personal feelings, bro.
Suck my
That's
dick.
all it is. It's like no statistical facts behind it, no fucking like historical facts behind it. It's just like, you know what? I feel like this shit is bad, so it should be a dub for
It should be
everybody.
bad for everyone.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
exactly
that's
what
how I
it
feel like
is.
most shit is nowadays.
That's what
It's
it
like, niggas
is.
is emotional, bro, and the people in power are emotional too. And when they get emotional about somebody, they trying to change everybody's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The craziest thing, and we don't get too political on this
Well, I was about to
podcast,
say,
so I'm not going to
disclaimer,
get
this
too
is not a
political, right?
podcast.
Definitely. But the craziest thing to me about this whole like Roe versus Wade ordeal is the fact that there's men behind it trying to tell women what the fuck to. That's the shit that boggles my mind. Telling a woman what to do with their body.
Exactly.
Because they don't believe.
But in a way, I'm gonna just play devil's advocate. I'm gonna just
tread lightly.
Tread
very lightly.
I'm just gonna go out there first and say I don't agree. Your body, your choice. Mm-hmm. But men been making every other law that y'all followed from the beginning of time. Why is it now that it's just this law? Like y'all feel like y'all should have
because it has to do
voice.
with our body.
I get it.
Our body. Like you can't tell me what to do with
your bodies the whole time. You can't go out there and get caught with drugs and think that's not gonna. It's on your body. Like your body is just what they've been controlling the whole time. You as a person.
But again, I don't want to get too deep.
As a person.
But you do understand that there's more to it. So basically, if you get pregnant out of being raped, you forced to have that baby.
Nah, trust me. That's
you understand what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of women feel so strongly. Because if you look at statistics of how many women in America are getting raped on a daily basis,
and it feeds that type of culture that those political parties. Trust me, I get it. That's why I said I stand on your side.
So it's a lot more traumatic for a woman than you can imagine.
Saying, like you gotta tread lightly because it's like they've been controlling you this whole time. Now you're trying to change something. Change is tough. Change is not gonna come like that. Change is gonna come with bumps and bruises, and you're gonna have to take those.
But I feel like I feel like these laws are being,
and it's assholes that's creating these laws.
Not only that, but I feel like there's a lot of laws and a lot of things that is always towards women. Like nothing is ever towards men. Like if something happens to a woman, she get raped, it's like, oh, you must have did something. You must have been wearing something. It's never like, yo, the motherfucker could just be a sick fuck that likes to rape women.
Nah, that's the boys.
You understand
club.
what I'm saying? So it's just like the law. You say that the law protects women, and a lot of times the law doesn't protect women. But
in the courts against men with certain things, it does. But as a whole, no, it doesn't. And that's why I said I stand on your side. Like I don't even vote. So I can't even, we're not going to, like I said, we're not going to get too political. But what I meant to say is just like they've been controlling us since day one. You know what I mean? Now that it's this particular situation, it's a fight. And y'all going to have to fight that. You know what I mean? It's going to take, strong man to stand on y'all side as well to be able to push that forward because the White House and political parties is the boys' club.
Just pull up, man. Guys, just pull up. Just pull out. That's it. Long story short. Now, Fish, so go ahead. You have a meme for us?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I do. Hold on. Wait 1 minute. All right. This one says, you niggas be in a car 4 deep, 1 killer, 2 snitches, and a gay dude. And the caption reads, and the gay dude is the only dude who can fight.
Facts. I seen it.
Yo.
In the fuck.
When my mom has my mom tells me a lot of stories about her when she was growing up, right? My mom was like a fighter growing up, always in a fucking fight. She got into a fight with a gay dude, and he fucked up.
Oh my god!
That's one of the funniest stories that she's ever told me about herself growing up.
I was not expecting that.
She got into a fight in a lunchroom with a gay dude. He fucked her up, like he pulled her hair like patches of her hair out.
No.
That when my grandma went to school to pick my mom up, the principal had my mom's hair in an envelope and gave it to my grandma.
Oh, that sounds
she might want that back. You know what I'm saying?
Just in case you want to do something with that, like, you know what I mean?
Glue that shit back.
But one of the things that she would tell me, like, yo, gay motherfuckers can fight, like.
Yo.
You forget that they're men at the end of the day. Like, they didn't lose the strength of a man.
That's a fact.
But they just behave and carry themselves and identify as women. But they're men.
Them hands, them hands.
So my mom was like, "Oh, you want to?" My mom was just crazy growing up, yo. But she was, "Oh, you want to fight?" And they fought, but he fucked my mother.
Yo, that's crazy.
Basically, just pulling her hair, but she couldn't. I guess she couldn't get a hold of control the fight, whatever. But
My
That nigga
mom
was
got
pulling hard.
jumped by a group of girls, but one of them was a gay dude. And like,
they always in women's
yo,
business.
that nigga stomped her face out, bro. Like she had a shoe print on her face. Like, he stomped her out. That ass.
Damn.
It's crazy. Yeah.
You see, I told
That
you.
story's crazy.
Yo, these gay dudes don't be fucking playing out here, yo. Don't play with the gay dudes. Like, listen.
Nah, man.
Don't play with the gay people. Leave the LGBTQ plus AI.
The alphabet, leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
Leave the G part of that. Leave them alone.
Like, they don't play them games. I'm letting y'all know. Like, a lot of them gay people got hands and feet. Some of them got guns too, but we ain't even gonna talk about
get into all
that.
that. If you guys want to see more memes by Mr. Durag Daddy here, make sure you guys follow him on Instagram, NYC motherfucker.
Word.
That's NYC MUDDAFUKKA. Summer's approaching. He's getting real toxic, so make sure you guys follow him on Instagram because he's been wilding out lately.
You already know.
And if he likes you, you might get a follow back and you might join his close friends.
Nah, I'm saying it's lit in there.
His close friends been lit lately. Shout out to Lo, because she's been like, every time she sees one of your close friends posts, she's like, this motherfucker on Twitter.
Like, I just opened this
She
shit.
tired of running into your close friend.
Green Bubble Gang is lit.
Yo, Eli said what's good. He hasn't been part of the close friends, the bad decisions. We gonna get back to that, but
Word, definitely, because we know you got a little couple.
yeah, we
bad
had a
decisions,
lit
but,
ass Friday.
Oh my goodness.
One time we had a lit ass Friday and then on the close friends, man. People were like, yo, y'all need to keep doing this shit.
We're gonna get back into that, yo. So for the followers that do listen to Bad Decisions, it's me and Haydee Baby, Fridays, 8 a.m. 8 p.m. Excuse
8
me.
a.m. My
bad.
man. I'm clocking
bad.
in at 8 a.m. What
My
you
bad.
talking about?
I get excited when I talk about Bad Decisions. Anyway,
All right,
Yeah,
so
I
8
see.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Instagram Live. Me and Haydee Baby, you already know Bad Decisions, gang.
all right, guys. So earlier in the episode as well, we spoke about Rihanna giving birth to a baby boy. And today, her ex, Mr. Chris Brown Pop Locker himself, actually posted on his story, congratulations.
Congratulations.
He never said congratulations, Rihanna, nothing, but he just, he posted congratulations and
Good
posted
move.
a little, pregnant woman emoji.
Yeah.
Good
And
man.
he's been getting a lot of slack, and a lot of people been criticizing him, saying that was extra toxic of him
Suck
that
his
he
dick.
posted that. Now, I wanted to bring it up because I wanted to know what you guys thought about it. Now, is it toxic or is it growth
It's growth.
that he's wishing her congratulations?
He had 2 other kids before she had one. Like, and who's
3.
Oh, 3. He got 3.
He has 3
Oh
kids.
shit!
Yeah.
Look, so he had 3. Look at that. Who's to say she never really sent him a congratulations personally?
She actually bought diamond stud earrings for his firstborn.
There you go.
Royalty.
So what's wrong with that? So she showed growth before he showed growth. So he's getting slandered for reciprocating growth. It's stupid. It's stupid. Twitter fingers. There's a bunch of Twitter fingers.
E, what you think? Wishing your, let's expand a little bit. Wishing your ex congratulations or happy birthday
Showing up to the
or
baby
Merry
shower.
Christmas. You don't think that's slow yourself
Fucking
up?
fool.
What do you think about that? Like,
I think that shows growth because he posted online for everybody to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
maybe because he
But-
was blocked.
Send a gift.
With
But
no
since-
names.
but since when we talk about how emotional things have became, like a lot of people just always when they think of Chris Brown, they always think about the incident. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So it's like
I hate
they always
that too.
piggyback off that shit. So it's like they're always gonna attack him no matter what he does. But I think that shows growth. You know what I'm saying? And I think he meant it. I don't think he just tweeted that shit to be petty. I think he meant it, showing him congratulations, but showing it in an appropriate way because he know there's probably it's not conversations between them like that. So it's an appropriate way he did it.
And he didn't reach
Simple
out to her
congratulations.
personally.
And I think he's just a victim of someone being famous. That's how it is being famous. You're gonna have a lot of hate more than love. You know what I'm saying? So
He's a victim of the circumstance.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he will always be a victim
Yeah,
of that
that's it.
circumstance.
That's a big thing. You know what I'm saying?
So
Especially
she could grow and prosper. he can never. He always has that shadow over him, and that sucks. That really sucks.
It could be
That
just
incident
a
happened a long time
misfortune between you and somebody, like a man and a woman. But I deadass feel like a man would just suffer more of the consequences throughout his lifetime.
Always.
As opposed to the woman. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
see it all the time now. Like when women falsely accuse men of rape or whatever, the man gets stuck with the stigma.
Exactly.
The woman walks free without no consequences.
Lack the evidence too. Like all a woman has to do is say those words, bro, and that's it. You looked at as that for the rest of your life.
Even
lack no evidence. Like
even
no
when the evidence is presented that she's a fucking liar.
Yeah, facts. You
still have the label and the stigma over you. It's horrible. It's fucked up. And this is one of the incidents where I say that the courts side with women. And I'm not saying all the time. I'm just saying certain incidents is where it plays in the favor of a woman more than where it does a man. And you could get like it totally expunged off your record, but it's public record now. Now you have public opinion. Everybody has an opinion about you, and it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. And then there's no consequences for falsely accusing a man of certain situations. That's fucked up.
I think there is if it's
just like filing a false police report. Or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
can go to
say.
jail
I
for
think
that.
it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think
if
if an investigation, if it holds out long enough, like an investigation is conducted, if the city is coming out of taxpayers' money with investigation and it prolongs, I think you can actually get arrested for that.
Shit, name an incident where that shit has happened.
Well, there's a lot of incidents that happen all over the world that we don't know about. Well, in the U.S.
But that's what I'm
that
saying.
you don't hear
I'm just talking
about.
about with celebrities. I'm like,
But
you know what I mean?
sometimes
like,
the status
they
plays
get
a lot of
stuck with the stigma.
a lot of times
regardless.
your status
Like
has
Johnny
a lot
Depp.
plays in that.
Like Johnny Depp. You know what I mean? She did all this extra shit. Defecated on the man's bed.
that's disgusting.
But anyway, you know what I mean? Moving forward or whatever, it's just, like I said, just certain situations, like the court side with the woman before, regardless. And then you have to deal with, and the social media era, you have to deal with the abundance of social opinions. So even if it gets wiped away, you still stuck with that stigma, regardless to what, and you got to live with that, and that shit sucks. You have to circumvent certain situations differently now because you have a stigma on you. You can't move the way you was moving, the way like you was never rapey dude, or you was never that type of dude. But being that you have that stigma on you, you have to move a certain way now. You know what I mean? That changes your life. Like, you really went 20-something years, 30-something years, or whatever, however old you are when you get these allegations put on you. Now you have to change your whole way of moving because you have this stigma on you. It sucks.
I actually have something to add on to that, but I'm going to let Fister chime in. What you think about him congratulating Riri on her pregnancy? Toxic or growth?
I honestly don't know, and I just really don't care. Like, whatever made him choose to do it, like, cool, congratulations to her new baby. But I really don't care about Chris Brown.
It's funny because I was telling B the other day that Chris Brown been quiet. For a minute, I called him out. I'm like, yo, Chris Brown been really, like, you don't hear anything about him. Like,
You know
he's been
why?
really quiet.
Do I know why? Let drum roll, please.
At the album?
The stigma!
And he also has an album dropping.
Yeah, I'm about to say his album.
Yeah.
All right, and that's the only
And now you don't think that's publicity? That
That's
he has
the
an
only-
album dropping?
Might be.
The only way he pops out, though, he pops out whenever he has an album dropping. Other than
Or
that,
a kid.
he's low key. Or kid. And he don't even pop out with that. They pop out with that. Like, it's the shorties popping out with that. But he has to move that way, and that's what I was just trying to say. Like, you have to move a certain way now because you have the stigma on you. Only time you come out and pop out and promote and do this and do that is when you have something dropping. Maybe this was an album rollout. Like, yo, let me congratulate her, and then throughout the album next week. If we get an album, he's supposed to be dropping in June, from what I heard. But
42 tracks again? My man's pulled out like triple albums in one.
The streaming game.
Yo, that shit. It takes me 6 months to finish an album.
It's a streaming game. He plays the streaming game now. So the more you put, the more people will go back and listen to, because you have an abundance of songs to listen to. So it's just a streaming game.
Yeah, it's gonna take people like 3 days to finish that shit.
3 days it takes me to listen to a regular like.
Stream it. Go stream Chris Brown when he drops whatever, June, July, whenever the fuck he drops. Go stream Breezy. You already know.
I only bought his first CD. So.
Run it.
I didn't find anything wrong with what he did. Honestly, people don't know what type of relationship they have behind the scenes. Like, you don't know if they're cool like that. Like you actually said, like, who knows if she congratulated him on when he had his first kid. And I've read that she actually bought like diamond stud earrings when he had his first daughter. So they can be friendly. They were just because you break up. Well, their breakup was a lot different. It was domestic violence, but
it was public.
It was public, and they were very young. They were fairly young in their careers, and you don't know what type of relationship they have now. Telling someone that you were with, and he has said, this is coming out of like interviews and stuff that I've seen with Chris Brown. He says he was very much in love, and she was the love of his life. Like, there's nothing wrong with wishing someone a congratulations if you are genuinely happy for them.
Yeah, what?
That's it. And he knew that would get back to her, just to social media and all of that. Like, congrats. There's nothing wrong with that.
I feel like I pioneered this.
People always think there's something bigger and deeper to like when you say, like, if you tell someone like, oh, you look pretty today, it's deeper than like, oh my God, I want to fuck you. Like, yo, it's just a statement. Like, yo, congratulations.
Don't scratch the surface.
I'm happy for you.
It's very surface level.
Yeah, it's a very surface level thing to tell someone.
Don't
like,
scratch the surface.
you can
It's
tell
not
a
that deep.
stranger. We tell people congratulations all the time. Like,
Facts.
Exactly.
why is it any different, or why is it deeper than what it is?
The stigma.
They might be good. They might be on good terms, but like decided to keep the good terms privately.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and she said
they respect boundaries. They probably have very strict boundaries, because
Facts.
he's actually still with the mother of his last child, and she's in a relationship now with A$AP Rocky. So they have very strong, firm boundaries. But again, they probably still have this love for each other, or they know each other for a very long time, and it's like, yo, hey, I heard you had a baby. Oh, congratulations. Nothing wrong with that.
That's why I said he didn't reach out personally.
Right.
He didn't hit the text. He didn't call. He didn't FaceTime. He just sent a very cryptic but very direct congratulations. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? It's not like he showed up at the baby shower.
A$AP Rocky probably got exes too. Like, yo, congratulations.
That
They probably
was supposed
texted
to be
him.
me.
That was supposed to be me.
You better
You ever
slow
got
up.
that? Fish tank?
Yes.
Yo, that's dirty work. When somebody be like, yo,
That's
that was
nasty
supposed to be
work.
you?
I'm not gonna lie. Like I think somebody texted me like 2 months ago, and I was like, "Oh, I'm pregnant." He was like, "That was supposed to be me," and I was like, "Nah." So
Now, fellas, have you guys ever sent that text?
What a text.
Well,
What text?
that was supposed to be
that was
me.
very toxic.
This is Mr. Toxic right here.
Yeah, for real.
No, I'm not that toxic, nigga.
Eli?
Nah, nigga, that's his.
that-
Congratulations.
You ain't shit.
That's his. Congratulations. Fuck you mean, nigga? Like, nah.
He's like,
He just going to the baby shower.
woo.
But I show up to the baby shower.
But you crashed baby showers.
I
But that
do.
shouldn't have been you.
But you just said that like, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying,
but yo,
but
I
to
mean-
say, yo, that was supposed to be you, that's
Just
I'm
stupid.
just saying, y'all made me wrong
That's
for crashing
crazy.
the baby shower, though.
you were out of line.
That's not out of
B.
line. That's the same
You
thing.
was being petty Betty.
I just wasn't being cryptic. I was being very
Direct.
forward, direct. Yes.
Yeah, we
My
know.
man's said
Yes.
it's the same thing.
It's a callback.
Crashing a baby shower to saying congratulations is the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's congratulate. No.
You know
You don't
that
think so?
you don't know that story
Like
about
that
him
story?
crashing his ex's baby shower?
No, I don't.
Alright, I'm gonna make a long story real short. Alright, me and my ex broke up or whatever. She got with the next dude. She ended up getting pregnant. Everybody I knew was invited to this baby shower.
Yeah, they were friends of the family.
Friend
like,
of
you
the
know?
family. It was a tight knit group or whatever. My sister, who I live with, was invited to the baby shower, and the invitation said my sister's name,
and family. So he said, "Oh, that's
I'm
it."
family, bro. It was a Saturday.
Oh my God.
Oh, like I said, everybody I knew was at this baby shower. I'm pulling up.
My man's
I'm
put out
pulling up.
the duster, his best duster.
He said, "And family, I'm family.
I'm family.
All right.
I'm there." So I went. I got a gift too, and all that. I was nice. You know what I mean? And this was somebody we grew up with. It's not somebody. It was just I was with for a few years, and then whatever. It was somebody that this whole family watched me grow up in Pampers type of shit or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was not received with open arms.
They put security put their hand on his chest. My man, you can't come in here. You're not allowed in here.
You got sneakers on. We don't allow sneakers.
The baby shower had a fucking bouncer.
He didn't get no pin.
Facts. Her sister pushed me back. She was like, "Yo, I appreciate you coming. We appreciate the gift, but you can't be here." I was like, "But everybody I know is here."
And he thinks that doing that is the same as wishing an ex. Congratulations.
I was trying to do it in person.
This is what I deal with, ladies and gentlemen.
I was trying to do it in person. We grew up together. It's not somebody just
Brother,
a fuck.
you knew what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I know.
He knows.
I know.
He knew exactly what he was doing when he did it.
It wasn't trying to be like that though. It just turned out like that.
I just feel like it depends on what the relationship is between y'all. Like, if
See?
it's toxic shit still going on,
It was
then
toxic.
that
It was not toxic. We didn't break up
Bro.
on toxic terms.
Bro, if you were stopped at the door by a family member,
That means know.
Bro,
You is toxic.
you can't be here.
That don't mean I was toxic.
It might not mean you were toxic. You're not supposed to be there.
And that I got. And that
That's
I
it.
understood. And
Obviously
you could have
not,
been
because you still popped out.
You could have been the best boyfriend in the world, but you're not supposed to be here.
all right, but that's a different story then. I got that.
You gotta go.
I got that.
You got
know what I mean?
to go.
I understood that. I understood that, but I was just like, all right. Well,
And that shit would suck if I had to stop someone at the door that I know I really liked that went out with a
that's what
family
I'm
member.
saying.
And I'm like, my nigga, you cool, but you can't
And
be
be
here.
here. And I knew it, and I was like, you know what? Like, I had to eat that. So that was my that was my story post.
How much you spent on the
For
gift?
it wasn't that. I bought the kid a little outfit. You know what I mean? Something cute from
Did they
Children's
take the
Place.
gift though?
They took the gift. She was
Okay.
like, yo, I appreciate the gift and I appreciate you coming. I get the sentiments.
But you gotta
can't be
go.
here. You know what I
can't
mean?
be
And she said
here.
that. She was like, yo, you can't be here. And I was like, yo, I get it.
Did
I
the
was
ex ever reach out to thank you for the gift?
Huh?
Did she ever reach out to thank you for the gift?
Nah.
No?
Not really. Ungrateful son of a bitch.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But anyways. I would say her name, but fuck it. Anyways, but that was that was the same thing, no?
You're not supposed to be there.
So he's not supposed to congratulate Riri?
No, he can. Again,
You see?
it was...
He could
It's a
send the
different
gift.
level.
He
Yo,
just
my
can't-
man
It's a
singing...
different
Yo,
level. I
let
get
me
it.
tell you
I
something.
get
That
it.
was
Gonna
the
be at the
most...
hospital.
That was the most dry ass story. All he put was, yo, my man didn't even put congratulations exclamation point. He didn't even show any type of excitement behind that congratulations. It was a very dry congratulations pregnant woman emoji.
Because when you go,
That's it.
Because when you go
He didn't
overboard, they say you're not supposed to do that.
He didn't add no extra like effects to the story. He didn't even add a song. Because if he wanted to be petty, he could have added their song together. They got a song together.
Yes.
He could have added
Ain't
that
nobody
song.
business.
Ain't nobody's business but mine and my baby.
That would have been crazy.
He didn't do any of that. He just, it was a very
God.
straight to the
It
point.
was.
Congratulations.
It was very mature of him. I'm going to just say it was very mature of him for him to just do that. Like I said, we don't know what relationships they have behind closed doors. She could have congratulated him on all 3 kids, and we only know about one of them. But being that they have whatever relationship they have,
I'm not congratulating an ex after your first child. I don't think I'm that. I don't
much
think
love you
I'm
have
that
for him?
mature. Even if I did have love for them, like, I'm not congratulating you on your kid, yo.
Oh, I'm dead.
Just not.
that's petty.
I'm not being petty. I'm just not.
But that's petty.
I'm not doing it.
Why?
I just, yo, to be completely honest, I can't even find a legit like reason as to why. I just, nothing in my soul, in my heart, tells me that it's the right thing to do to congratulate you on a child.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them
My
kids.
sentiments exactly. Nah, it's not even like, it's not even no legit reason. I'm just not I'm just not congratulating you on a child. And it has nothing to do with
I think
loving them. I didn't love them. I'm just not.
That's petty.
I think you just got some, like, you ain't really move on yet. That's really what
Why?
it is.
Nah, I moved on, bro.
Yeah.
I left them. They didn't leave me.
Period.
I'm serious. That's not. I could have been married. I could have been pregnant. I could have been all that. I mean, I would have had children by now and all that. But it had nothing to do with me not moving on. I'm just not hitting you up to.
But why not? You can't even give us a reason.
Because I don't have one. I just nothing.
Ooh. They ain't never get one.
And I'm gonna take Lexi's line that she has said numerous times on this podcast. Like, I don't step in the same puddle twice. So I would never do anything to make you think that I even care that much about what's currently going on in your life. Shit. By saying congratulations. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, because then they be like, oh, look at her. She's still... First thing, one of my exes will think, look at her. She still give a fuck about what's going on in my life. All this bullshit. And I don't. So, you know, you got other people wishing you congrats. You don't... My congratulations doesn't make your life any better.
It might.
It might. Yeah.
Nah.
Yo, that's a good point. It might. You never know
in
how
what
he
regard?
Feels towards you.
He shouldn't feel anything. You should be feeling towards whoever you had your child with and your child. I'm in the past tense.
Feelings can be shared.
Fuck out.
Like,
listen.
The feeling ain't sexual. The feeling ain't anything out of the boundaries of what he has there. But a genuine congratulations from somebody you care for, or somebody you care for enough to stick your dick in, it's different. It hits different. And that's where women, what's the word? Yeah, dismiss men's feelings.
What? He's an ex. I don't have to care about his feelings, baby.
Fuck your feelings.
His feelings are no longer my concern.
But what I'm saying is, all right, that's granted to you. That's more than fair. I'm not saying that's a knock towards you, but what I'm saying is you're dismissing his feelings, and his feelings are what he's looking at right there.
For what reason?
Because you play a part in his life that was
and that part I played my part, and the story continued.
Niggas
I no longer have to.
Niggas are weird too, bro. Like niggas are weird.
Too fucking bad. Be weird on your own. I don't got time for that bullshit. What we gonna say?
I just feel like it's true what he's saying. You played a part in our life. Like, listen, first of all, where does the hate stem from? It stems from love. So the love is always going to be there regardless of what. We arguing for what? We ain't got no fucking reason. It's because we've been through shit together. We ain't got no reason. So it's like no matter what it is, a congratulations, even if it's someone that you hate, whatever, that just shows growth, and it shows like, you know, and it's genuine too. Like, this is coming from someone you actually love. That's
have feelings.
Yo, it's not even any
love,
hate.
dog.
It's not even hate. It's not even like any type of like.
But in absence, congratulations comes across as hate, or comes across as, damn, that was really nothing. Or but to a nigga, it's different. Like y'all might look at it like that. Like that face you just put. We're gonna put the face up.
If I have no type of friendship with an ex, and I find out that an ex is having a baby,
that's different.
Okay, that's different, but that's what I'm. All right, so that's what I don't have a current relationship with any of my exes. All right, cool. Now, do we have mutual friends and stuff like that? Yes.
No, you still don't.
But
congratulations.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even if
context.
First of all, okay, all right. So that's why I'm trying to like pick my words wisely. Yeah. So even if I'm a true believer, and I've said this numerous times as well, I don't believe that exes can be friends. If there was true love there, I don't feel like exes can be actual friends, right? And I know you do, but that's just my thing. And this is why I'm not friends with any of my exes, because there was actual love there, not love like in I love E, I love Fishta, I love B. It was a romantic type of love. Yeah. So it's like me, I'm a very exactly. I was in love with you. I'm very selfish. I'm very like fucking possessive. I don't want to know anything about you once I move on. I don't want to be friends with you because I don't want to see, and this sounds toxic, I don't want to see you happy with anybody else. I want to see, all right, I want you to be happy, but I don't want to be a part in witnessing that happiness with someone else. Even if we broke up on some like mutual. We don't hate one another. It was not like a fucked up relationship. I want you to be happy. I never wish anyone that I've ever fucked with any type of like unhappiness. I want you to be happy, but I don't want to be a witness to that happiness because it's like I'm an emotional person and I'm always going to be attached
like
to
a
that.
slap to the face.
Yeah, and I'd rather not be friends.
That's why I feel like I say you haven't fully moved on. Like the only time you only give a fuck about something if there's value to it. If it ain't got no value to it, you don't give a fuck about it. Like
that, no, but that don't have anything to. I'm not saying that I don't give a fuck about that person. I can give a fuck, but I keep that. I internalize that giving a fuck because what's the point in like that other person knowing that I still give a fuck?
You're proving this point.
No, because like,
but he's saying that I don't. I'm saying I do, but I internalize it.
Showing that you don't.
I feel like refusing to show that you don't give a fuck just shows that you haven't moved on yet because it's like.
You do give a fuck.
You still, yeah, exactly. You do give a fuck at the end of the day, and that by itself is making you not want to express. So it's like this person still has a control over you in a certain way, which is why I feel like there hasn't been a full break yet. No matter what you say to yourself, there hasn't been a full break. If a person is stopping you from moving a certain way, that nigga has control. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's stopping you from doing something. So that means you haven't moved on from this dude. You haven't moved on. Once you fully moved on, there's nothing this person can do that will stop you from expressing any kind of thing. Facts. Like, if you never really give a fuck about this nigga, you could easily be like, yo, congratulations. Yeah. Because you don't really give a fuck and you moved on. Like, you're really congratulating them. But if it's stopping you, if he's like, you know what? I'm not showing this nigga that I want to congratulate him.
Right, but again, but I'm telling you.
Got a hold on me, really got a hold on
Somebody
me.
can get him.
But again, we're talking about two different things. If you still have a relationship with your ex and when you don't, I feel like you still having a relationship with your ex and not wishing them a congratulations is petty. But if you don't, like I said, it's just mutual friends and we don't have a relationship. I'm not going to go out of my way and we haven't spoken to one another in a year or two and be like, so your cousin told me that you're having a kid. Congratulations, or text you or whatever. Like, I'm not going to do that.
No, but the thing is like, I look at that as like, how is that going out your way? Because that's 5 minutes of your time.
Yeah,
because they don't speak on a regular basis.
So you don't really have to.
So what if he was to hit you up randomly, just chit chat with you or whatever, like, yo, how you been? Da, 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 da. And that's and that happens to come across in the conversation. Are you gonna just be petty and not congratulate because of your feelings, or are you gonna congratulate because you're in that moment at the moment?
I'll be like, I'm happy for you.
Are you gonna congratulate, or are you gonna just be dismissive of?
Well, that's different. You kind of putting me on the spot.
Yeah,
you kind of putting me on the spot, like, yo,
because that's
so I'm having a kid.
That would be doing.
That's different. I'm not rude. Right, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not rude. I'm not that much of a bitch to be like, we having a conversation.
For the listeners.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm happy for you. Congratulations. You know, whatever. But right, cool. Then cut it off there. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not. If we haven't spoken a year, 2 or 3 years, whatever, like, just because we have mutual friends or because we have mutual friends, whatever. I'm not gonna hit you up.
You're not gonna go out your way, but if the conversation so happens to happen, and
no message in a bottle. Facts.
I hear that, Christina. All right, shout out to Christina Aguilera.
That's Genie in a bottle.
Same shit.
Get your pop songs together.
It's the same shit.
All right, so I wanted to get into a story that I saw, of course, none other than the messy ass New York Post Instagram page, and this is a Pennsylvania high school choir teacher that her husband found hundreds of messages on her iPad that she was having with one of her 17-year-old female students.
Sounds about white.
Yeah, she's actually white.
Sounds about white.
She's actually white, yeah.
Today in Mayo Sapien News.
The husband found out that, his wife was having a sexual relationship with this 17-year-old, and he took the iPad to the school and notified the principal.
Damn,
about what was going on.
Damn, that nigga got hurt. He got hurt.
She's not white. She's actually Hispanic. Ooh. 26-year-old choir director, Olivia Ortiz.
Thank y'all. All right, thank y'all for listening to Ladies Pitch Podcast.
Yeah.
Damn, we gotta take that L.
She's been charged with sexual activity with a minor and felony level charges
in a Commonwealth state, right?
Oh, the teen told police that she and Ortiz are in love.
You see?
And need to support
you
each other.
snitched 2 girls.
I mean, it's too late. They caught y'all niggas. Now you got a cop of
I be
plea.
like, I'm
I was
legally
in
blind. I
love.
cannot see. What do you mean?
Yo, that was funny.
I can't.
Oh shit.
City girl.
I'm legally blind.
I can't
That's
see.
the City Girl correspondent, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
That's
so,
crazy.
Okay.
Pennsylvania is a Commonwealth state. They play different.
Yeah,
They
they
play
do.
different.
That's a little dangerous.
Yeah, they
Now,
play different.
the way the husband moved.
That nigga was hurt.
Well, that's hurtful.
I mean-
not only are you finding out your wife
Name
is
it.
cheating, you're finding out your husband is you're finding out your wife is cheating.
cheating.
You're finding out your wife is cheating with a minor.
minor.
And you're finding out that she's a female.
And a
That's triple
student.
whammy.
Look at that
Yeah, he's
ego hurt.
He's never giving her congratulations
It's-
for a fact.
He's not going to no baby showers. They probably won't be no baby showers considering what she was dealing with.
Oh my goodness.
But do you think that the husband did the right thing as far as
Yes, he
going
did.
to
Yes.
school
He did.
Yes.
and notifying the principal
Yes.
about what was going on?
A pedophile is a
Yes.
pedophile.
Right.
Period.
But I bet money he did that more out of spite than doing the right thing.
Of
what I'm saying?
course,
That nigga
but-
was like,
But still,
It
the
was the
right
right
thing was
thing.
done. And I agree with you on that. I agree with you on
Yeah, I
that.
agree with Eli.
I agree
For
with
sure.
you on that. It was definitely out of spite. Oh, you want to do that? You want to do?
You wanna hurt
do
me
that
like
to
that?
Me?
yeah, like, all right.
All right. We're going to see who's going to be doing 15 years.
yeah, that's crazy.
Easy.
Fuck.
I know
Yeah.
somebody who in Pennsylvania who did a B&E. 5 minutes got him 20 years.
With a
In
minor?
Pennsylvania.
With a
no.
minor? Oh.
On a B&E, a breaking and entering.
Oh, okay.
Nobody hurt.
You talking slang we don't know, sir.
Sorry.
Yeah, I thought that was
Like, we out here robbing.
it's A&E. I was gonna say, isn't B&E like bastration
Nah.
and vitamin E?
Medical shit.
No, breaking and entering. Excuse me, my bad. For the people who
Yeah, I
don't
use
know.
that.
It's A&E ointment though.
Yeah, I use that.
That shit'll get you 20 years. Wallow from $1 million worth of game, who does with Gilly. 20 years for breaking it. 5 minutes of your time in somebody else's house could get you 20 years in Pennsylvania.
That's so. Yo, the law is crazy,
It's
right?
crazy.
Yeah,
Commonwealth
son, shit.
states don't play that. They don't play that. They got their own little laws that they play by.
And this 26 years old, this teacher.
She ain't teaching no
26
more.
years
Damn.
old.
She the student.
So behind the scenes, yeah. What are you gonna say?
Student.
Now I was gonna say, low key, this made me think about like how low key good we have it compared to back in the day. Like y'all heard of eye for an eye, like how back in the day, like if let's just say you kill somebody, they'll have a person of that family kill one of your family members, just so you could feel that pain. Like
Type of mom
that
she
shit
talking
was
about
crazy.
right now.
That's so
Wait,
deep.
what
Imagine
my-
if the law actually worked that way.
Yeah, and I'm just saying that's how it was
Motherfuckers
back in
would
the
be
day.
way
Like
more
imagine shit was
scared.
still like that. That shit was son. That shit was insane.
I mean, if you're part of the streets, that shit, that shit
shit
still goes
Work that
on.
way. It still work that way. You know
Shit
what
still
I'm saying?
kind of goes on,
Don't
though.
let a nigga know who did what, when, why, where.
Don't let them find out where your mama live at, cause
But anyways,
you ain't hear that here.
anyway, is there a editor to that shit so we could give them their props for this messy ass article?
I mean,
Because New York Post always with the messy.
the New York Post.
Very messy.
Yes, very with the messiness. So, I just want to give their proper dues, even if it's messy.
All I got is a New York Post. For you,
Man,
bro.
fuck that editor, because they all messy in the New York Post.
Every single one. And
They
we mentioned
all
that shit on the
messy.
last episode. Like,
Facts. But
it says Cody reported her to the school principal, and Ortiz was suspended with pay on May 9th.
What?
Hey.
With pay?
Hey.
Damn.
Hey.
They was like, this is alright.
this is common. That's crazy.
Oh, her husband actually works in the same school's music department.
Wow.
And he returned back to Pennsylvania from a recent trip to Florida, and he discovered the inappropriate exchanges on his wife's Spotify chat. What?
What?
You was
chat on-
thirsty. You
And we
was
work at the
searching.
same place.
But you
That's
chatting on
crazy.
Spotify? Like,
That's crazy.
Like, just do Snapchat where it disappears, mommy.
FaceTime. Just FaceTime me. Like, what you mean?
If you're doing something like that, wilding out on your phone. I mean, even though they could probably trace,
That's
Snapchat
male
and
sapien
stuff,
activities, though. That's male sapien activities.
Yo, and it says here, in an uncomfortable
Take a
twist
shot.
of fate, Ortiz's predecessor at a high school is also facing similar charges of sexual misconduct with students.
Damn, so she
He
learned
was
this.
accused of having of tickling his students' feet and inappropriately
Wow.
having relationships
that's
with them.
weird.
He said, "Take off your gym socks.
Let me smell them.
Let me smell. Let me smell between the big toe and the other toe."
That's disgusting.
Disgusting, bro.
Yo, you know the school by
Twinkle toes, they
by
call
job PS70.
I'm sorry, they probably got an A for that.
Yeah.
Your school?
The school PS70 by job. Mm-hmm. I just saw on the news a couple of days ago a teacher was there for molesting. I think that's a kid there. Or some shit
My
like that.
goodness, no.
I just think shit is getting out of hand. So
Is it me or you guys don't think that the world has gone fucking crazy lately?
It has.
I think it's mostly this country, low key, like
This country,
like
I'm
this
with you
country,
on that.
like what did a whole
No,
fucking 360?
yo, if
I
you
don't
guys,
know.
okay, I don't know if you guys like really tap into like international news and shit that's been going on, but me and a coworker were reading of a story in oh my god, where was it? It was somewhere in Europe. I can't even remember the country, but it was somewhere in Europe where a man entered a fucking, I think it was like a supermarket or something, some type of convenience store with a fucking bow and arrow. Bow and arrow, and he killed 5. That's what I said. I was like, what in the Walking Dead is going on here? He entered like a convenience store with a bow and arrow and killed 5 people.
See, I'm doing shit traditionally.
Or
All right.
I'm gonna hunt you down.
Yo, that's crazy. What
You
the
gotta
fuck?
slow up.
Yo,
But you know,
Where was he from? Do you know?
it was some European country, bro. I can't even. It doesn't come to mind. Yeah, it was some wild shit. Yeah, but you know, and they had him on video. Like cocking back the arrow. Boom, boom.
We
Like,
practice for that shit. I'm just gonna say that because
I ain't gonna went to archery
Yeah,
school.
but the thing is, you naming one
Robin
incident.
Hood.
You naming one incident compared to the fuckery that be going on here. Like, this shit
yeah.
going-
That was
like,
just kind of just.
That's just one thing that happened at one time. Like, but shit is going on here
every
It's
day,
crazy.
yeah, every day.
Like America is not what it used to be. That's all I can really say.
It never was.
Like,
It never was.
But I'm saying, okay, so do you think that this is, and we actually tapped into this just a little bit in the group chat. Do you think that this is an American media thing that's trying to keep like the country living in? I do, and that's just my little conspiracy theory shit that I believe in. You don't believe that the American media, they keep the Americans living in fear? Because, all right, we're currently in the month of May. When did the whole subway shooting in Brooklyn happen? 2 months ago?
Nah, about a month ago.
It's been a little bit more than a month. It's been more. It's been about like 2 months. And they're still showing like the footage
because
of them running out and I'm like, bro, like people, you know, we try to move on from these things that occur because the Bronx right now is on fire. An 11-year-old girl was shot and killed, straight bullet, died.
Peace.
You know what I'm saying? Like every day there's a shooting. Children are dying from these straight bullets. People are killing one another. So we're trying to just cope with that and continue to live our lives, and we have to continuously see some shit that occurred 2 months ago on TV.
Hold on.
So at times I feel like they just try to keep us living in fucking fear. Like,
that's a fact. The media thrives on control, but I didn't want you to breeze past that real fast or whatever. Thoughts and prayers to everybody who was affected by. I don't remember the young girl's name, so I apologize for that. But the young girl who was gunned down in the Bronx, straight bullet.
shot in the abdomen, 11 years old, man.
So many people got to deal with that after the fact. So thoughts and prayers to whoever was affected by that. And we got to stop this. This whole gun violence bullshit is bullshit. But anyway, move on. Go ahead. I just wanted to get that across because I don't want you to breeze past that.
That kind of just makes me think. And I'm like, the country has gone fucking insane. you're hearing all these situations, like
That's a fact.
all this violence going on, you know, aside from like the political shit we're dealing with shit in our neighborhoods, like in our city.
All of it is intertwined, though.
Everything.
All of it is intertwined.
And I'm like, does this have to do with like the fucking pandemic? We were closed in for so long. Like, shit, is it the fucking, at this point, I'm like, is it the vaccine? Is it something in the vaccine that's making us
You made a good
just
point.
crazy?
I think the pandemic opened up a lot more eyes. We were stuck at home, stuck on our phones. Everything was on the phone. Everything was being recorded. Everything was being audio, whatever. Like, the pandemic opened up a lot of eyes. Made niggas believe that, we don't even have to go to work to make money. We don't have to do this to do that. We don't have to submit to the man to be the man. Shit like that or whatever. Like, the pandemic opened up a lot of eyes, and it just, pandemic made niggas vote.
The also
Shit
shooting,
like that.
the shooting that took place last weekend as well in Buffalo.
In
the supermarket.
another-
Again, prayers and condolences to the
Facts.
victims, the families that are dealing with that.
And
But
anybody who was affected by that, even the survivors.
right, one of the things that I actually read up was that, the killer said he started to plot during the pandemic because he was bored.
That's crazy.
He was bored, and that's when he started, he fell into a rabbit hole on the dark web and kind of just...
Play with your dick.
Word. When I was young, when I was going down rabbit holes, I jerked off in different positions. When niggas said, you had any downtime? I think it was in Waiting, the movie Waiting. Nigga said, you got any downtime? Play with your dick. See what you come up with. Play with your dick. Like, guns is not and this is why I feel like the laws ain't gonna change. It's not.
No, they're not.
The laws never failed us because they were never built for us.
Facts.
So, the laws is not gonna change. That's a money machine. Death is a money machine. And population control is a money machine in America. None of that is gonna change. But niggas' way of thinking can. Death is not the way to go, bro. Like, shooting somebody is not the way to go. Shooting unarmed people for no apparent reason or for whatever your justifiable reason is.
It's not justifiable.
It's not justifiable enough to take
Absolutely.
another life. It's really not. Like, stick to the Call of Duty. If that's what made you, if that's your defense, if that's what made you get there, stick to the fucking Call of Duty. You could get 75 kills in one match. Like, I promise you could do this. Just put your mind to that. Human life is
Precious.
different. It's precious, and I don't think some of these people who do these heinous acts understand that too. And it's never really somebody who's fully grown, fully developed, it's always somebody in the male sapien category who haven't developed fully. So, like, a lot of that is trained behavior. And I'm going to put that on parents. Like, I really am. Like, it's your job to raise your child. And if you raise your child to be this, then you hold us. Or I feel like shorties, whoever.
You think that parents should be held responsible?
Held accountable, yes. Yes, you go to jail too. He does 15 years, you do 5.
If he's underage,
I don't give a
or
fuck.
if he's living under, because he was 18. Well, he is 18.
I don't give a fuck. You living with mama still? You still mama's child. We ain't doing the age thing here. You still getting raised by mama. Mama's still feeding you. Mama's still putting an allowance in your pocket to go get an AR-15 or whatever the fuck from Walmart. Nigga, then both y'all go to jail. Get the same lawyer. See if y'all deal with some of these black issues over here. You heard? Fuck out of here.
What do you think, Eli?
I think, the parents have a lot to do with this because I think this hate shit is taught. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I'm smacking. I lost my train of thought. I ain't gonna hold you. Like,
It is trained behavior.
Okay. I want to tap in too much into it. I told you guys before, but I've been reading some of the things that the shooter, he basically kind of interviewed himself, and the things that I read. And he asked, I'm not going to get deep into it, but he asked himself the questions that he knew either the public would have or the media would have. So he asked himself and answered the question. And one of the things that he did ask himself was, did he grow up in that type of environment? Was his parents racist? Was he surrounded by racism?
Yes.
He said no. His parents never spoke anything of racism. That was never a conversation, within their family. He never witnessed that growing up.
So you trained yourself.
So he basically, what he did was that he researched, again, like he said, he started off just being bored in the middle of the pandemic. And, he went on the web, the dark web. He found a lot of like links and rooms there are a lot of like white supremacists in there. And a lot of the things that they were speaking started to make sense to him, quote unquote. And he started to question a lot of the things that, were going on in the country or, whatever. And he started to conduct his own research, speaking to a lot of people in power, because he said a lot of people that you don't even know that, lawyers, judges, cops are part of that are white supremacists, which we already know that.
It's typical terrorist talk.
And he said that they were enlightening him to a lot of things, and that kind of made him realize that this was something that he wanted to do.
So he was taught racism not from his parents, but from
somebody.
So that's actually, I got my train of thought back. Hold on. So that's actually what I was gonna say. Like, laws do change, but if the hate in the hearts of these people don't, this shit will never end. You know what I'm saying? Things dwindle down when you stop talking about them. Racism will dwindle down if people would just stop doing shit based off race, right? But people continue to do this shit. People continue to teach their children this shit. It becomes just an ongoing thing. Like, this hate is taught, and it continues to be taught no matter what laws are made. You could put it on a public view for everybody to see, minorities will have this and that. And niggas will be like, oh yes, thank God, whatever. But it doesn't matter, because behind the fucking TV screen, niggas hate you, bro. Niggas want death on you. Since that still exists, it don't matter what you do.
Oh my
God,
don't matter what this just reminded me about like something I saw on the Shade Room yesterday, where it's like a private school that was like showing primates, and they had Barack Obama on the worksheet with gorillas. And I was like, oh my God.
Exactly.
Lord,
that shit continues to be taught. They promote this shit to the children, because everything starts with the children, bro.
This is good. This goes back generations and
Exactly.
generations.
Everything
This
starts
hate
with the
goes back
children.
generations and
You
generations.
start to promote this to a child, this is what they know. This becomes their foundation for things. This is what they know.
But I'm sorry to cut you off, but being that this is an isolated situation where the parent didn't teach that, he still had that learned behavior from somewhere.
Exactly.
And he's still an undeveloped brain. You know what I mean? He ain't fully developed his, full train of thought to, complete his...
This is what I'm telling you, that it's bugged out, and it's bugged out because I'm very much into psychology. And when things like this occur, I try to look at the psychological aspect of it, right? So this is why this is such an interesting read to me, per se, because he wrote 150 pages of all this bullshit, and there's no justification for what took place that Saturday. None whatsoever. But he actually even conducted his own IQ test.
That's why I don't like manifestos.
He conducted his own IQ test and posted it. Like, he clearly states on there that he's completely sane.
He's
and one brilliant. Of the, you know what's crazy? Before I started reading it, when I saw the video where he pointed at a white person and said sorry, immediately what clicked in my mind is that motherfucker is not crazy.
You sane.
Because he actually has some type of empathy.
Yes.
And he displayed that empathy when he told the white man, oh, sorry, and kept moving.
That's a vigilant
So you're
brain.
not crazy.
Yeah, it's a vigilant brain.
Idealism. Like, his view on the minority, like on black people, was so savage that he didn't consider them human. You know what I'm saying? So that could still be, I'm a sane person. I just look at you as less than human. That's all it is.
Less than.
I look at you as a piece of filth. That's just it's idealism. So it's like that's why he could show that empathy, but to a certain extent, to a certain group.
But that's racist too.
Yeah, it's just complete racism, bigotry, and ignorance.
And he had racial slurs carved in the gun.
On the gun,
that
he did.
He was real bored.
He was super bored, and that's why I'm not gonna. I can't blame this on his parents or whatever. I'm gonna blame a little bit of it on his parents.
Blame it on his parents because he held the guns.
Yeah,
they didn't even know what was going on.
But whoever he was influenced by, because like he said, he wasn't raised in a household full of racism and bigotry and all of that. So whoever he was influenced by, you know what I mean? Like,
and
fuck,
the thing
fuck
is,
them too.
He was influenced by people of power because he mentioned how he
mentioned
spoke
how
with people
exactly
of authority, right? And these are the niggas that run shit. Think about that. These are the niggas that run shit.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He gets into all of that.
Yeah.
This is why, this is why I don't like manifestos and any manifestos are just left behind so that the media can put it out and they can get their notoriety after whatever happens. If you get gunned down, you have something to say, this is why I did what, and this is the walkthrough of why I did it. Yeah. Which is no justification on why you did it.
Not.
Which is why I don't like why media puts those things out. Like, the manifesto doesn't need to be put out, but that's where it goes back, or call back where you say the media thrives off of fear. The media wants to control population by putting out whatever they want to put out. There's nothing ever good in the fucking news. American media, yeah, because we don't know what goes on in other media outlets outside of the country. So, but American media, you turn on the news, there's nothing good in American media. From the jump is a fire, a death, somebody killed, somebody. It's just mad messy or whatever. And that's just American media, and it's nasty. And the shooter, we're not gonna say his name. He's nasty. Put him behind the bars. Lock the key away. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of mad that these shooters too. And I'm gonna sound insensitive, but I honestly right now I don't even give a fuck. I'm mad that these killers be getting out in handcuffs.
Oh,
because a nigga gets out his car the wrong fucking way and he's dead. But a killer who shot 10, 15 people could walk out in handcuffs and get taken to Wendy's before he goes. Shit like that just really fucking grinds my gears, yo.
Yeah, agreed.
And it just goes to show that the system doesn't fail us because it was not built for us. And let me get off of that. Y'all can take it away.
Yeah. Definitely was not in the...
On the docket
to speak about. We were like, we're not a political podcast, and we definitely got, but I feel like it's a conversation that needed to be had just because everything that's been going on, and that's actually, one of the biggest things that has gone on. That the entire weekend, actually, I think there were 3 shootings.
Yes.
Yeah, in California, and in Houston, and in Buffalo, New York. So again, our prayers and our condolences to everyone. Survivors, victims, families, everyone that's affected by it.
Warm hugs.
For sure.
Nothing but love. Hold your head. We here with y'all. Anyways.
And with that said, we're going to wrap it up. This is another episode of the controversial podcast that is Ladies Pitch.
Your favorite controversial podcast. Probably the only controversial podcast. You heard?
Shout outs to the Sakaragans family media group. Shout outs to y'all. Shout outs to Lexi the motherfucking Savage. And Mr. Odema herself. And HR.
Word, HR.
Yeah, we can't forget about HR. Ely, City Girl correspondent, as usual. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
On this episode. Yeah, so this is your favorite mommy, Haydee baby, signing out.
And hold on, because it's been a while since I did this. So, shout out to my big beauties, my obese baddies, my putas with fupas, my fluffy
the voluptuous vixens.
Yeah, gorgeous goldies. Get there. My gorgeous goldies. Thank y'all. See, y'all listening. See,
teamwork makes the dream work.
Crowd participation is a thing. Anyway, shout out to, and if I forgot any of y'all voluptuous vixens, shout out to y'all as well. This is the BBW ambassador.
Emphasis on that ass.
Also known as the Durag Daddy. Emphasis on the D's. You heard?
AKA the podcaster with the longest intro and outro.
You already know. Get with it or get lost. Tune in or get tuned the fuck out. You already know.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe, share, review the podcast on all streaming platforms. Again, we are on Instagram, Ladies Pitch. On Twitter, Pitch718, where you can find a podcast streaming. You will find the Ladies Pitch podcast on there. Guys, thank you again for tuning in.
Facts.
We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to Ladies Pitch Podcast. Make sure to subscribe on all streaming platforms. Find us on Instagram at Ladies Pitch and follow us on Twitter at Pitch718. See y'all next week.
Bye-bye.